You have it all, and like Betty said, the interest rates, may not be that great. So saving your money could be a daunting task.
But it doesn't have to be, because joining us now is investing specialist at Nerd Wallet, Arielle O'Shea. Thanks for joining us.
What's up?
Hi, thanks for having me.
Hi. Okay, so this year has definitely forced people to really reevaluate their financial situation, where people can start though, and they want to know what's the difference between saving and investing, because we talk about it and sometimes it sounds interchangeable, but it's not.
It's not. And so you really want to think about what your goal is, and that's going to determine whether you want to save or invest. Because generally speaking, saving is for shorter term goals that you want to make sure that you preserve the money that you've put away. And investing is for longer term goals when you want your money to grow.
So should you maybe split it in half, right? You take a $20 and say, I'll put 10 in savings and I'll invest 10.
Depends on your financial status and where you stand, right? So you want to definitely make sure that you have some savings set aside for an emergency. That's really important. A lot of people have learned just how important that is this year. But you can start small, $500, $1,000, and then you want to make sure that if you have a 401k, you're getting your employer match if you're offered one, because that's free money, and you want to make sure that you contribute enough to get it. And 401ks are investing. A lot of people don't realize that they're investing when they contribute to their 401k, but they are, and it's really important.
Yeah, they have stocks involved in that, which you are investing
Absolutely.
in. But for those who want something a little safer, if you will, they have to choose between, say, a savings account, a high yield savings account, or a CD, or certificate deposit. So they're kind of similar right now, unfortunately, because of the interest rate. So is it better just to do a savings account because you have access to that money and it's not tied up?
It can be better just to do a savings account, especially when the interest rates are similar. There's no real reason to tie up your money. If you know that you have a goal at a set period of time, a CD can be helpful, especially because there is that penalty. So mentally, that can kind of stop you from rating the account. So the behavioral aspect of a CD can be helpful, but otherwise, really a high yield online savings account is going to be where you're going to get the best interest.
Besides those two, are there any other kind of specific accounts, maybe apps or whatnot, that have a higher interest, or that you could put your money in that will get you those returns or the higher interest quicker?
Cash management accounts are offered now by a lot of robo-advisors and newer fintech companies. You can look into those. Those pay rates that are similar to online savings accounts. There's not a ton of differences, so you just will want to compare where you're getting the best rate.
Okay, so what if someone has just $500 extra from their income to use toward building wealth? Don't they usually say when it comes to investing, you really need to start off big, right? Does it matter in this case?
I think the most important thing is to start. It doesn't matter if you start big or start small, because when you start, even with a small amount of money, you're really building momentum, and that's going to keep you going. It's all about kind of, getting in the habit of saving, and that's so important.
Yeah, my first deposit ever, I remember when I was a teenager, was $20.
Yeah.
$20. And it was just like that thing. And I now have a bank account. It's $20 in it, and you just kind of start and you build from there. I mean, that was a long time ago, but
and now you have $40.
Now I have $40. Yes. Now I have $40. Thank you so much for coming on today and kind of helping people understand investing versus savings. I think when you hear the term invest, you're like, oh my gosh, I don't know what any of that means.
Right.
And it can be like kind of a daunting task. But thank you for bringing us up to speed.
Sure. Thank you for having me.